what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the GR Wisdom channel. I want to thank everybody for tuning back in. I know it's been a while, and I've kind of gotten away from, my what you've normally seen from me, but we'll get back on some contemporary topics as well. So thank you guys for tuning back in, and new and old subscribers, be sure to check out my other videos by all means. Today I'm going to be talking about Mike Epps. And I know I'm kind of late on this topic, but just want to hurry up and get around to it, because obviously whenever there's some tomfoolery going on with relationships, divorces, marriages, and stuff like that, I always got something to say about it, and especially with this one right here. For those of you, y'all familiar with Mike Epps, Day or whatever, stand-up comedian, actor. He's on the road a lot, and he's married to a woman named Mechelle. I believe they've been together for quite some time. They have two daughters, a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old. But why he's made the headlines recently, is because of the whole divorce process. He filed for divorce from his wife last January 2016. So it's been over a year. And usually, for those of you who don't know, whenever you file a suit for a divorce, with your complaint and everything, it's usually only good for a year. Then you have to refile again. So obviously within this year, they still haven't settled anything. And if for those of you who do know about divorce and you know how it goes, you see the pettiness on a trillion. And that could be one side, that could be both sides, that could be whoever. People want unreasonable things. When at the end of the day, you're just two adults that can come to an agreement. Whether you have, and it's mostly someone, male or female, that's bitter, that just can't come to the table and just sit down and just negotiate. But the way this marriage is now, where you get all these lawyers and attorneys involved, and you got people in your ear telling you to stretch this out, and no, that's not good enough, you deserve this, this, and this. You're in family court, you're done. And I made a video about that previously. So anyway, with her, y'all probably seen the headline. She's asking for $109,000 in support, which chances are Mike Epps, according to court documents or whatever, she's alleging he makes $3.5 million a year. So that's roughly, what's that, a little over $1 million, $1.2 million that she's asking for. So that's a third of his pay, which sounds about right. And whatever she's asking for, most likely she's going to get it, especially with the status quo being with support. So, and the thing about it, man, and I know that's probably why it's taking so long, because of this money, because divorce brings out the worst in people. Forget what you thought, you're now dealing with the stranger. And that's how it goes. You're dealing with the stranger when it comes to divorce. So it shows, it's said, and I say this in a lot of my videos, divorce shows good people being on their worst behavior, so to speak. And unlike a criminal trial, you got supposedly bad people on their best behavior during a criminal trial. So in all of this, you can't reason with someone that's going to be unreasonable. So they're going to take you, if you can't come to an agreement, they're going to take you in trial either way as a man when it comes to family court, unless you got other stuff and you're lucky to get up out that thing. So they have the two daughters, like I said. She's in, from the past, they were talking about infidelity. He was cheating on her, and he has all these side girls and all this stuff like that. So in her complaint or her response or whatever her lawyer she's got, she's asking for, because she spends several thousands a month. This is part of the $109,000. She spends several $1,000s a month on shoes and clothes for the two girls, 10 and 12. She gets their hair braided at an expensive salon. That's $72,000 for private schooling for both of these kids. That's a little over $35,000 for each child. This is for I'm assuming this is monthly, which is crazy because she's asking for $109,000. So $72K for private school a month. Unless I'm reading it wrong, maybe y'all can clarify in the comments. but $109,000 for support. So here's the doozy, as they call it. She has a nanny, which I guess a lot of these women do. Amber Rose and all these other women who got these divorces. She's got a nanny, which is her mother. She pays her mother $3,500 to raise her kids. Obviously, I'm assuming she wants full custody. So she wants $3,500 to pay her mother to raise her kids for her. And she wants a $600 stipend to pay for her mother's Mercedes to ride around in. So that's $4,100 just for her mother a month. As many of y'all don't even make that. There's so many people. I don't know. I'm not going to say percentages, but just think about how many people don't even make $4,100 a month. And especially getting $4,100 a month just to raise your grandkids, you know, and the daughter. So the next thing she's saying, okay, she's 36 years old, right? She's saying that she is too old to work. And it's too late. She never learned any skills. Out of 12 years that she might have been off and on with this man, she never learned any skills. She's too old to work, even though she's in her mid-30s now. Now, I could see, as we know, the older you get, this is man or woman, but this is more like, 50s and 60s. This woman is in her mid-30s, so she's not willing to take any of that money to learn a skill. But the thing is, she's used to a certain lifestyle by being married to Mike Epps. So why get out and work when she can just live off of this for the rest of the time that these kids, well, she's got another 8 years with these kids, depending on if they go to college or not, to get paid and stuff like that. So why work in that matter? You know what I'm saying? Why even go to that point? So 36. She's too old to work, so she expects just to live off of his money. So a lot of y'all ladies probably like, yeah, she raised his kids. She put up with him cheating. She did this, and this. She's raising those kids, blah, blah, blah. But on the flip side, when it came to Mary J. Blige and Kendu Isaacs, or whatever her husband's name is, Kendu Isaac, a lot of women was talking about he don't deserve nothing. This is a man. He don't deserve nothing. He ain't earned nothing. And it's crazy just the hypocrisy of this whole thing, but out of all this time, 12 years, and she said Mike Epps didn't want her to work. So she just kept it like that. You didn't stash anything aside. You didn't learn anything. You didn't want to learn anything. You just figured you was just going to, at least try to make some connections or establish yourself, which some women would do. Is at least try to establish themselves and learn things. But she's just straight up saying, I'm too old, I'm 36. I need to live off his money. I earned it. But the question I have for y'all is, with that being said, I mean, we don't know the inner workings of the family, but is $109,000, does she really deserve that? Then obviously she wants to go on vacations and all this stuff. But it doesn't matter what any of us says. As long as she has those kids and she goes to court and she's used to living a certain lifestyle that leads up to them spending $109,000 a month, then she's going to get it. Otherwise, she's not going to get it. You know what I'm saying? And especially if he's cheating. I mean, if she has proof that he's cheating, but they filed for divorce last January, and that just goes to show you what's taking so long in a divorce. Why is the system set up like this? Dave Chappelle, I don't know if y'all watched his recent stand-up he did on Netflix, but he made a statement that I've been saying, I stand by it, and I say it on some of my other videos, is that aside from religion and just love itself, there's legally no reason to get married or to sign a contract as far as marriage. And that's the way I feel about it. Signing a government contract, you're setting yourself up for failure. Especially if someone gets upset in the process. My situation, I went through hell just to get divorced from a woman that left me and my kids. I went through hell. I spent over $12,000 just to divorce her, and she left me. And I kept my kids. So I can just imagine having all this money and the woman have the kids. But it's just as vindictive as people are, and they'll use the system for their benefit. But anyway, he said, Dave Chappelle said, religion and love aside, marriage is messed up, and he doesn't recommend anybody sign a contract. It's a diabolical leverage game. That's what he said. You're happy when you first get married, and then years later, or whenever something falls out, you'll spend the next few years building a case against each other, taking mental notes, jotting stuff down, taking pictures, screenshots, just for a hypothetical court hearing that may or may not happen. And this is exactly what I'm saying, because that's what it is. It's this system enables people to get destroyed in the process of getting married. Like you said, back in the day, I believe he said, if you wanted to get a divorce, you just told your wife or whatever, hey, I'm going to step out and get some cigarettes. And you just never come back home. On some stuff like that, to be honest. But I think the system, the family court system is messed up. And it can go on and on and on, and to the point where there's actually a trial. And I put this in one of my videos, why you should never get married through the family court. Because if someone's just refusing to communicate, or you have to go, in some states, you have to go through mediation. But if you can't even come to an agreement in mediation, you have to go through a trial in family court. And this trial can take days, where you have to do a deposition, writing all the stuff down. You have to have interrogatories. They have to ask you questions. You have to ask them questions. I want all your court records. I mean, not all your court records, all your banking records, banking statements. I want all your Facebook, Instagram records. I want all this crazy stuff, when you as two adults just can't sit down and say, hey, what can we do in the best interest of our kids? But we got to get the courts involved so they can make their money. So that's why I don't agree with, and I hate to go off on this tangent, but the fact that we're getting to this point where $109,000 a month, people don't even see that in 2, 3, 4 years. Some people, but I digress. That's my thoughts on the whole issue. I got a video. I got the link in the description of the video I was telling y'all about on, why you should never get married through the court system or through family court. Feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I definitely want to hear your comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you have subscribed, make sure you click on the bell. That way you get all the notifications for all my videos. Follow me on social media, links in the description, as well as my books on Amazon. I'm accepting all donations via the Well of Wisdom. The link is in the description also. Check me out on definitely my page, my business page on my website will be up soon. I'm gonna start blogging soon, but my business page for for credit engineering and things of that nature, if you guys are interested in that, check that out. And I'll definitely catch you guys on the next video. So peace be upon you all, and remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Peace.